Hi guys, happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. It is the 4th of July weekend. Hopefully you can tune in just for a little bit. We're making my July thank you notes. I thought that would be cute for a little twist on our videos on Friday. So the thank you notes will start on this Saturday, which will be the 1st, right? Yeah, that will be the 1st. Also, let me go ahead and put this in picture so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. We are using the Timeless Arrangements, the same bundle that we used for my card class this past Wednesday. These are the cards from that class. If you want all the information on that, just go back a video or go to my website, which is right here, dawnstampingthoughts.net. Go to my website and then click on my Wednesday's blog post called Timeless Arrangements Card Class number 36. And all the details are over there. All right. So these cards are really beautiful. And then this is that host code for that class. Okay. So you can get all the information over on my website right there. And then this is the host code. When your order reaches at least $35, you'll be able to use this host code and you'll get that card kit for those 3 cards. You can make all the 3 cards in that kit with the consumables that are included with your purchase. Okay. All right, so use that host code. Then I also have the small gift host code still available. So when you use this host code for any order under $150, remember, no host code over $150 orders. Do not use the host codes, any of the host codes. If your order's over $150, you'll still get the card kit, okay, for this week. But if you want the small gift and you want to place an order under $150, you can use this host code. Okay, and this gift will go out mid to late July. Yay. So these are the 4 colors that we're using for this month's, well, July's thank you notes. We're using the Azure Afternoon, which is a brand new color this year. The Berry Burst, returning favorite. Misty Moonlight, returning favorite. And then one that's been around for a while, Melon Mambo. So I thought that the blues look cute together and then the pinkish colors look really good together. So we're using those 4 colors. You guys know I like to use 4 colors for my thank you note. Sometimes I do 5, but for the most part I do 4. And that reason is because most of you place multiple orders during the month. So you'll get a different thank you note when you place your order multiple times. Okay. And then this is the Timeless Arrangements bundle. I absolutely love it. Not only does it have really amazing thank you notes or thank you greetings, but it also has these really pretty designs, which you guys can see in the video from Wednesday. We used a couple of those. Okay, so we're gonna be die cutting. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna do for my thank you notes today. So we're gonna do some die cutting. Now I did do some of the die cutting ahead of time for the other colors, but today we're gonna make the Misty Moonlight. And let me give you the measurements of my thank you notes. So the basic white is cut at 3 3/4. No, sorry. The basic white is cut at 2 3/4 by 8 1/2. And then you're going to score it at 4 1/4. And then you're just going to fold that over. That's going to make your base card for your thank you note. And then the color I'm using, I'm going to die cut this with you, is the Misty Moonlight. This is cut at 4 by 2 1/2. And then another piece of basic white, which is cut at 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And then I get a piece of lemon lime twist for the leaves. Let me show you the thank you notes first to show you what they look like. They're so cute this month. So there's the Azure Afternoon. So it says, I really appreciate you. And they're all using the same design. They're going horizontal this month. So they open up like this. And you guys know, some of you save these thank you notes, but you can repurpose them. Even if you want to take this little focal point off of the thank you note, you can reuse them. This is just my little thank you note for my orders from you guys, all right? So Misty Moonlight, and then this is the Melon Mambo, and then the Berry Burst. So cute when they're all together. Aren't they really nice? So, but there is a lot of die cutting for these thank you notes. So let's go ahead and get my die cut machine. Let me switch this over here. All right, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. All right, we're going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to need 4 plates. We're going to use the big die cut machine because we're going to cut multiple. We're going to cut at the same time, hopefully. Okay, so we're going to cut with the number 1, the platform. And then number 2, you're going to need the little shim. And then your 2 acrylic plates. So 1 goes on the bottom. So you have your 3 layers right here. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to layer our Misty Moonlight. I'm going to cut the center out because since I'm already using this piece, I might as well utilize it for the die cut. So let me get my die here. This is the one we're going to use with the flowers right here. So we're just going to cut that right in the center. So most of you won't even know that I did that, but I did. And then I'm using the lemon lime twist for the leaf. And this is that one that we're going to use for that. And then I'm going to grab a piece of scrap basic white. And I'm going to cut out this rectangle shape. So hopefully I can cut all those out. They're not like lining up with anything. They're just cutting the cardstock. So it should be pretty good. So we're going to layer our second acrylic plate over top. And then we're just going to run that through the die cut machine. You might want to run it back. Oh, no, I'm not going to run it back because it's already moved. Sometimes I can run it back through, but this one already moved, so I didn't want to recut it. So then you're just going to pop those out, and they come out really nice. Now, a little trick that you can use if you want to, if they get stuck up in there sometimes, because sometimes the delicate or the detailed dies, they get really caught up into the die cut. Sometimes if you just take some wax paper, which I brought some over here to show you this tip, you'll just take a piece of wax paper. Let me actually get a piece of, now this isn't going to be used for this piece, but I have some scrap. So I'm just going to show you how to sandwich that with the wax paper. So you're just going to take your piece of cardstock, I'm just using the white, and then you would lay your wax paper down on top of the whatever you're cutting the cardstock, and then take your die and put that over top of it. So the idea is that the wax paper kind of coats inside of the die up in here, so it doesn't get jammed up in there and get stuck. So especially with me making so many for my thank you note, sometimes that happens, especially with the leaf part right here. So then just run that every so often, maybe the 10th or 12th time you run it through. Just run it through with some wax paper. And then it should pop out really nice, which it did right here. Well, this one would because it's just a shape. But then don't forget to remove the wax paper from your die cut. Okay? So that's a little tip on how to kind of get your dies so they're not so sticky up in there. Okay, so let me move this. All right. Let me put my dies back over here. Now, I did do the other die cuts for the other cards because we're going to make all 4 thank you notes with you today. So I just wanted to show you how to die cut your shapes, if you ever wondered that. So the lemon lime twist is just scrap pieces of the green that I'm using for the leaves, but the actual thank you note, I'm using the centers just to utilize that because you're just going to be putting them onto the base of the card anyway. Okay? All right, now let's go ahead and grab our ink pads again. Let me grab all my ink pads over here. I got Melon Mambo, Berry Burst. Okay, Misty Moonlight. Now, I already did stamp the other ones too. So, Misty Moonlight. And then my stamp is I Really Appreciate You. And that's going to get stamped onto this little rectangle here. It fits perfectly. And it's a photopolymer stamp set. Hold on, I need to get a baby wipe or something to clean this off. Where did I put that? I thought I brought one over here. I'll just use my chamois really quick. I feel like there's something on there, like a background or something. All right, let's try this again. Here we go. Stamp that right in the center. Oh, that looks really good. All right, and then we're going to pop this up on dimensionals, but not until we put these two layers together. And I'm just going to use the Stampin' Seal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the Stampin' Seal to the front of the leaves because there is a back side. I don't know if you can actually tell the back side. It's more of like a blunt cut, but if you flip it over, it's more of a rounded edge on the front. So on the front, on this edge right here on the bottom, these are how these pieces all adhere together. So I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal along this edge, and then I'm going to take my flowers, flip them over to the right side, which is this way. And then you're just going to layer your layers with the straight edge together. Just like that. Okay? And then on my thank you notes, this piece right here actually sticks out a little bit too much than I like. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. Just remove that leaf on the end. Okay? And then I'm going to take my I really appreciate you, and I'm going to put some adhesive along the top edge. And then we're going to put this right behind there. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Aw, so cute. And then take some dimensionals. I have the black dimensionals today. We're just going to put the 2 dimensionals along the back side of the I really appreciate you. And then we're going to take the basic white. Remember, this is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And we're just going to center this right in the middle of that layer, just like that. Okay? And then it's just a matter of putting the layers together. So we're just going to put Stampin' Seal on the back, and then layer it with the color of the flowers is the color of the cardstock. So Misty Moonlight. And then this is going to get attached to the base of the basic white right here, the 2 3/4 by 8 1/2. So there's the first thank you note. Isn't it cute? I love it. All right, let's go ahead and make the other ones. I already have them stamped and die cut out. So I have the Azure Afternoon. Gotta make sure I put the right colors. Melon Mambo, and then the Berry Burst. All right, so we got all our pieces here. I'm just gonna put them all together. And then Berry Burst is over here with the green. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the leaves on these ends here because I don't need them. Now remember, I've been doing the FSM Club, which is my Frequent Stamper Miles Club, which that's what FSM stands for. Frequent Stamper Miles. Once you collect 10 tokens, you get a token for every $50 that you spend, and then you'll be able to cash them in for a free stamp set, a free bundle, or a free die of your choice. Okay, we're going to put our Azure Afternoon piece together. So cute. Now you can move these down where they're more centered, or you could even cut them apart if you wanted. I think they look really cute like that. And then we already put our adhesive on the I really appreciate you. And then that goes on the back. Pop it up on dimensionals. So one day I'll cut out all the die cuts, and then I'll put them, in a bucket. And then I'll just sit down one day and I'll make it like an assembly line. I'll make all my thank you notes. But the die cutting on this thank you note is really the most time consuming. But it's really not that bad if you can die cut all the pieces at the same time, Just cut out a bunch. So I already cut out the center. And then see, it just covers it right up perfectly. Okay? And then we're just going to put this under the base. This is a really, really pretty blue. I don't, it's almost like, it's not quite like Costa Cabana though, or not even Costa Cabana, but Bermuda Bay. It's more of, it's like a really good school color blue. It's not as dark as Pacific Point. Do you guys remember that color? It's not quite as dark as that. But it is a really pretty blue. Get our leaf. Now we're doing the Melon Mambo. I could really put the dimensional on top of this layer here, but then it kind of makes it uneven, kind of makes it wonky, kind of. Okay, so put that in the center. So cute. So I hope everybody has a safe and happy 4th of July weekend. We're going to be going to Virginia for a few days. We'll be back before 4th of July. But we're going to go ride our motorcycle in Virginia. We're going to take the new trailer. We're just going to have a really good time. Just me and my husband. There's the Melon Mambo. So pretty. All right, last but not least is the Berry Burst. Okay, there's that. Such a clever little die, the way everything just layers so nice together. I love it. And then we made those 3 pretty cards on Wednesday using the same collection. It was really nice. Berry Burst. Nice. All right. Take our 4 by 2.5 inch piece of the Berry Burst. And I already cut it out. Well, I already cut it out there. And you get a thank you note for every order that you place too with me. So you'll get your thank you note. And then if you do the card class, you'll get it in your card class with your tokens if your order reaches $50. Remember, it's an increment of every $50, not a cumulative. So it's not like if you spend $30 this week and spend $25 next week, it's a combination. It's not like that. It's a $50 order before shipping and tax. All right, so that is your thank you notes for July. They're so cute. So Misty Moonlight, Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, and Melon Mambo. And then these are the other ones here. So we have Melon Mambo, Berry Burst, Misty Moonlight, and Azure Afternoon. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions. Have a happy 4th of July weekend. I'll see you guys on Wednesday in the Glitter Pit. Bye!